I am not in denial.
We see your house as a storage. Just curious, is anybody else's family pretending they're sending barrels back home, but they're really just hoarders? Just like she likes to store things, she likes to store people. If you come from Jamaica, you need a place to stay. One of her runaways stole my money out of a shoebox. So, what was your job in the house?
What my job to say, pretty?
I never had a job. I can't work for other people, point blank, period.
The thing that you look at and say it's garbage, it's not garbage. I know what it is like to help a single mother by giving her the stuff and she could sell the stuff and then be able to send her kids to school.
And when she says stuff, she means stuff like this.
My God, my Chanel bag. This was one of my first bags. You gotta stuff it. Oh my God, she didn't stuff the bag.
Can you imagine if she sold my bags in Jamaica, guys? Do you think that you are a hoarder?
No, I am not. Your Caribbean parents do not order. We know what it is like to have nothing. Then I didn't sit there yesterday.
The stuff that you're talking about that we see, this is exactly what this interview is about. Because I'm a concerned granddaughter. You know, before I even cast any judgment on you, I just want to know, do you know what a hoarder is? Please talk into the mic. Do you know what a hoarder is?
Yes, I do. I'm not an order.
So you said that you're going to start a business in Jamaica with all the stuff. What is the name of the business going to be?
It's charity.
It's charity.
Yeah.
You feel like God is telling you to give stuff away instead of sell it? Because why aren't you selling it?
I'm selling it to give away the money because it's very important for me for kids to go to school. So I'm always sending a child to school.
Okay, well, you say that you're selling this stuff, but I always see you giving the stuff away. So my next question is, how many barrels do you think you have sent to Jamaica in the past
Whoa.
year?
I wasn't counting them.
In the last year, just
The
think of
last
last year. How many barrels did you send?
Last year to this year, the beginning of this year, like 4
4 barrels.
box and barrel.
But I still see the same stuff from last year
It
in
looks
the
like.
so it's different stuff. Okay. Do you know how many pairs of shoes you have now? Do you know how many you have?
No, I don't. I don't count them. You should tell me that I'll count them and let you know.
Something that the people don't know about my grandmother is when she was younger, she was a runaway child. Did you always throw your stuff away when you were running away?
No, I just leave them.
You would leave them behind.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that that's the reason why you hold on to so much stuff?
No, no. I hold on to them because if I no longer need them, then I'll give them to somebody. And you all think that I am not giving away anything. You really don't know.
But do you think that you have an obsession with holding on to things because you used to run away and leave your things?
I don't think so.
I think so.
Well, that's your opinion.
How long do you think it's going to take to clean out this new pile that you have in the living room?
What pile in my living room? Everything is in the living room. Unless you don't know that.
Everything is not in the living room. You have another room full.
Well,
She just said everything is in the living room, right? This is the living room. It's very big. But there is a whole other room. I couldn't turn on the light and show you, or she would see that I'm recording. I know she's in denial, but my grandmother is indeed a hoarder.
the stuff in there, you, your mother, your auntie, your cousin, and everybody.
But
And then you still coming back asking me for your stuff. Why you coming asking me for your stuff then?
yes,
Why
but
you come asking me for your stuff? Why your mother keep coming asking for your stuff? Why your auntie come asking me for your stuff? Why your cousin see, Mommy, I hope you didn't throw away my stuff. So,
do you think they're using your house as a storage unit?
well, that's the reason why I'm leaving.
But where are you gonna
Don't
go?
worry about that.
So what are you gonna do with the stuff?
I have a surprise for you guys. I'm just gonna blow your mind. So don't worry.
So you're gonna blow our mind with this surprise.
Yes.
Okay. Is your garage still full of stuff?
No.
So your garage is clean. If we take a look, the garage is empty,
The garage has your mother's stuff in it.
but it's still
Not my
stuff.
stuff.
So
And you all live somewhere, right?
no, we don't live anywhere.
So that's the reason why I would use my house to be an owner. Then you telling me that my house is an owner?
No, everything. This house has been this way since before that.
Before you go to college, was this house like this?
I think when the kids left, you needed to fill the space. So you brought in
Yeah.
things.
When the kids left, then they come back with their stuff.
But I thought you just said the stuff is to give away. So is
Yes.
it the kids' stuff or is it your stuff?
My stuff goes, the kids' stuff stays. Because nobody knows when you're coming back for your stuff. But now I realize that y'all not coming back, so therefore you're going. I don't care what you say. You don't pay me for rent or
Okay.
for order.
Okay. Would you like to give us a tour?
What do you want?
Can you give us a tour and show us some of the cool stuff
No.
you have? Just a few stuff. We just want to see a few stuff.
No. When you put it on social media, come, I'm here ready for
It's a
you.
YouTube for hoarders.
Caribbean parents do not order because you know what? We know what it is like to have nothing. So therefore, instead of throwing everything in the garbage, do you know that when you throw the stuff in the garbage, the person who picked them up go sell them? I'm not selling the stuff. So I give them to somebody. For instance, 2 years ago when I went to Jamaica, I take so much stuff and I was able to help a child. I was able to help a child to go back to school. I was able to help elderly and whatever. So it's not just one thing. It's just you only see what you see because you only come to the door, you look to the front. You don't look at the back
The
and
back
see.
is full too
No,
with dad's stuff. It's a relationship of hoarders.
that's selling stuff. And that's making money with them stuff. I ain't selling nothing. I am not in denial. I don't have stuff for 20 years back.
What is the oldest thing you have in the house? Oh, we gotta go inside now, guys. Cause
You're not going in my
oh
house.
yeah.
My ex-boyfriend sold clothes, and this was the bag. Why is this here? We've been broken up for 4 years. And let's not get into these teacups. Jesus Christ.
Starting to see this is a epidemic. You leave your country. Were you a hoarder in Portmore? Did your house in Portmore look like this?
No. What you're not understanding, the thing that you look at and say it's garbage, it's not garbage. It's a blessing to somebody else. I know what it is like to help a single mother by giving her the stuff and she could sell the stuff in the island and then be able to send her kids to school.
But
Because I don't believe in getting up every day and giving somebody a fish. I believe in teaching somebody to fish.
mommy, you should sell the stuff sometimes. You should consider making money from all of this stuff.
I don't want to be able to buy diaper for an feeding.
Okay, guys, there you have it. She's a Pisces. She prefers to give than to sell. But I have seen strangers come to her door and she just give them bags and bags of things. She's just addicted to collecting things and giving them away, correct?
Of course. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
When you came to my door, when you came to my door, I wasn't even here. And you dropped your black garbage bag at the door. And I was so upset when I come in and not knowing whose bag it was or where it come from. And when I check and realize it was yours, do you realize the stuff that you're asking me for now was in that same bag? So
Yes,
what happened if I throw it in the garbage?
you are using one example,
Now,
but
now
people
one.
treat you based on how they see you. We see your house as a storage. This is the storage home. So again, when she's not storing people, because this was a 2-bedroom house, she made it a 3-bedroom by making the garage a room, and there were like 10 of us in a 3-bedroom because just like she likes to store things, she likes to store people. If you come from Jamaica, you need a place to stay. If you're a child, you're a runaway. One of her runaways stole my money out of a shoebox. Do you see how collecting things can just create chaos?
You look at it as chaos. It's chaos for you. It's chaos for your mother. It's chaos for your. I wouldn't even say your auntie. She's not done the program.
Malia thinks it's chaotic too.
So
And
when
Malia is 12
but why is it when she comes here, she's looking for stuff?
because it's a garage. It's like a free garage sale.
So if it's chaos, you're not supposed to be looking for nothing because you didn't bring nothing here. And I'm
How
glad.
was the transition going from a stay-at-home mom to a single mom?
Wow, it was tough because you alone have to You don't have to do everything by yourself.
When you were a stay-at-home mom, you had help from my grandfather and a helper, and who else?
Just your grandfather and the helper.
So what was your job in the house?
What my job to stay pretty,
Mm, to
to
stay
cook
pretty,
and stay pretty.
cook and stay pretty, and
Hmm.
have more kids.
Yeah,
I think you did a great job.
I do. Because you know what? At least I can see the success. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I being a single mother, yes, it was a curse and it was a blessing, but I make it with the help of God. It becomes a blessing because I can see everything that I desire for my children and my grandchildren, how successful they are now. When you invest in your kids, they don't have to come back to you. They don't have to depend on you. So that's the reason why I reach out to so many single mothers, help them to help their kids to go to school, get a good education. That's what is most important. But nowadays it's
This is a weird society.
yeah. Even though I wasn't a Christian at the time, I wasn't going to church or anything. I instill in my kids the important, the value of who God is, and be who you want to be, not who I want you to be.
Hmm.
I'm only helping you to, I'm only grooming you for the man and the woman who you will be for the future to help somebody else.
So let me ask you, when you were in the house as a stay-at-home wife, um, did
I
your
wasn't a wife.
uh, well, we'll call it that, common law marriage,
I'm not Rasta.
do you feel like you were being a hoarder back then?
No. In that time, you only surround yourself with just your family. You didn't really think about,
Trying to help everyone.
yeah. But
Right.
when the reality of life reaches you and you understand and you see what you have to go through, then you don't just think about yourself. You think about the next person. You think about your neighbor. Somebody texts me from Jamaica, and it's a single mother, and she didn't have to ask for anything. I exactly know what she was going through. You know what? I make sure that I sell her something. It didn't have to be $1 million, but at least she could put food on our table for give her child. It's not because she's lazy. It's not because she doesn't want to work, but life is tough. And even here in America, life is tough.
Do you think life is harder in America or in Jamaica when it comes to getting help? America
I think
likes.
Jamaica becomes selfish when it comes to community now.
Hmm.
Because for instance, I send a barrel of food to Jamaica. I send like 6 bottles of oil, big bottles of oil, and then you gonna keep all of that for yourself. That's selfish.
Okay,
If you
when
back to school, you get 6 pairs of shoes and you only give somebody one, and then instead of you giving it away, you're trying to sell it. One of the thing that cause life to be so tough, and people, everybody's just thinking about themselves. And the second thing is that the pride of life, people just, they're going through, but they don't want to reach out to anybody. I can use one example. My neighbor, she was 2 doors from me, and I remember once it was Christmas and I have nothing to give my kids, nothing, I mean nothing. And I remember it was Christmas day, and my neighbor knocked the door, and when she knocked the door, she said, "Everything okay?" I said, "Yeah." And then the next minute, I look, I see 2 scandal bag of grocery meat and everything, and she tossed it right in the house. And she said, "I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. You're too selfish." She just stay outside and she tossed it straight in the house. She didn't even give it to me.
do you think you were prideful at that time?
It was what?
Do you think you were too prideful at that
Yes,
time?
yes. Because of where I am coming from and where I found myself.
What do you mean, where you coming from and where you found
Because
yourself?
I used to have. I
Mhm.
used to have, and the beauty about it, when I used to have, I share. But now that I know that I didn't have anything, I don't believe that I should beg. I don't believe in begging.
You beg me every day.
Me,
Oh my God. You guys will post text receipts. She always beg.
my
She
girl, get
love
it
beg.
right.
She love beg.
Money to give somebody else.
And that's the problem. We know you're giving the
But you say
money.
you're not giving me no more
Yeah,
to
because
give
you're giving
people.
it to others. You yourself could use the money for something you want to do.
To go to school, am I going to school?
To go to the spa, to treat yourself to
I treat
something.
myself.
No.
I'm supposed to go to the spa, go to the store when I have so much shoes on top of shoes, clothes on top of clothes. And then a child need to go to school, and then the mother can't send the child to school. And I am
So
sitting
you
down.
would prefer give the money to a mother than to treat yourself to the spa.
Of course.
Okay. Over the years, I've watched you prioritize others more than yourself. And for people that love you,
God has been good to me.
yes, he has. But when people love you, they don't like to see that every single time. We would like to thank you for your time, Miss Lorraine. God bless you. Do you have anything to say to the people before you go?
Develop a giving heart. Not just think about what you can get for yourself and how you can do for your family, but for somebody else. What you don't need, somebody else needs it.
Can you please give them your Cash App if they would like to support the single
I don't do
mothers?
cash up.
So what you do, just cash?
Oh, you got to set that up. You set that up.
If I set it up, I'm giving them my Zelle. So is there any other way they can support your mission business?
Well, you can set up the cash app. I love that.
Let me see your phone. You might have Cash App on your phone
I think
already.
so. I think I delete.
You deleted it?
So.
It's right here.
Oh, it is? Oh, yes. Granny hustle.
I set it up years ago.
Yeah, granny hustle.
Hey, tell the people
Granny $ granny hustle.
it's her Cash App, okay? Thank you guys for watching.